Guys, are we ready for our headliner? Like maybe a little more than that. Are we ready for our headliner? There it is. All right, you may have heard him on Bob and Tom. You may have seen him around the city. His name is DJ Dangler.
Oh no. I'm totally gonna start out with like a badass Guns N' Roses. Throwing it right at, fucking coming hot, Noblesville. This looks like a rock and roll audience, yeah. This is a good looking audience. I mean that. This is an attractive batch of humans, Noblesville. This is a super fuckable room, yeah. Good, yeah, for anywhere, really. I've been around. Everybody in here could do worse, yeah. I appreciate, good job. I hate telling jokes for uggos, so thanks. I was judgy, because I'm not, I don't really look like this. I'm sorry, this mustache is a joke. I should tell people that I did it for a part that I was in a show, and now fucking nobody wants to talk to me, yeah. Like, I look like the worst parts of most of your families. Yeah. Like, maybe with, like, the cartoon dorky shirt and the glass, you're like, no, that guy could be my favorite uncle. But if I lose these glasses, I look like your fucking least favorite uncle. Choke up on the back, Greg. Choke up. Choke up on that back, Greg. You the fat pussy. You choke up on that. And I'm not a handsome dude. I know, like, I'm tall and I'm confident, so I trick some of you, but I'm not handsome. I'm not. I know I'm not, like, conventionally good looking, because I never just get, like, a regular compliment. Does that make, like somebody doesn't just, like, say a nice thing and then fucking, like, leave it at that. You know, like, if I get a compliment, it's gonna have two parts to it. And one of them's gonna be kind of shitty. Like, I get, like, conditional compliment. I get compliments like, you look like a homeless professor. You look like a sexy caveman. That's not a fucking thing, man. You look like if a possum was a millionaire. That's objectively an insult. You're just good with words. That's all that is. No. I don't worry about it. I don't. I've never really, I don't know. I used to worry about it a lot. But here's the thing. I've always been able to date out of my league. Like, I know that's a dumb fucking antiquated way to look at the world, but I mean it. Like, I don't, my girlfriend right now is so good. My girlfriend right now is so good looking that, like, when the two of us go jogging together, it kind of just looks like I'm chasing her. Like, people get visibly concerned. Like, they're not happy. They're like, this is not okay. Should we call the cops? This is fucked up. Then they see me doubled over sucking wind. They're like, nah, that pudgy rapist doesn't stand a chance. She's walking and gaining on him. We might have to call an ambulance for fat Ted Bundy. But she's gonna be home. This is cool, Noblesville. I don't think I've ever really been to Noblesville before. I've driven past it a lot, but I've never had a reason to stop. It was weird. I walked around it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's super nice, but why am I so fucking creeped out? Like, it's unnerving. It's like you guys have a strong fucking Twilight Zone vibe. You guys know that, right? Like I was saying, I couldn't find this place, and I was like, I'm scared that, like, if I turn around one more time, I'm gonna live here. Like, if I walk in and out of 3 of these buildings without saging myself, I'm just here now. Like, this place feels like you guys have like a pretty well thought out purge plan. Like your neighborhood letters, like, hey, we don't talk about it, but we all know what we're doing, right? I grew up in Indiana, and I grew up like here, and not here in Noblesville. I grew up way in the woods, way fucking rural. Anybody else grow up like way rural? No? You guys are all like, no. We are all from right here. We all know each other, and we were recruiting, but you're out. You're on to us. I live in Indianapolis now. I like it. All right, I guess. I don't know. It's hard. Like when you live in Indiana, Indianapolis is like the beautiful eyes on the unfuckable state of Indiana. If you get stuck in Indiana and you have to finish, you focus on Indianapolis. I grew up way in the woods. I travel around, like it's fine. I mean, Indianapolis is no worse than anywhere else. I was just in North Dakota. Anybody here ever been to North Dakota? That's a fucking weird place. Like, it's so weird. A lot of cocaine in North Dakota. Serious, so much. Yeah, fucking less now, still. Holy shit, when I got there was so much. There still is, but I did what I could. I did all I could. It was weird. It's such a weird place. I saw a Confederate flag in North Dakota. I was like, how fucking far do you hillbillies think the South will rise again? That's the whole way. That's not even the South Dakota. It was a weird place. It wasn't bad. It was just weird, man. It's so empty. And the speed limit in parts of it, like almost all of it, the speed limit, 85 miles an hour. 85. That's the limit. You're like, that's fucking all. I drive 85. Yeah, but what do you do when you're fucking supposed to? Like, 85 is so, you just go as fast. I just went until my car rattled. That's what I did. Like, how fast were you going? I was like, I don't know. I don't have time to fucking look down. It was awesome. It was stupid, but awesome. It was great. They were like, hey, you're high on coke. You can drive all night. Let's get the fuck out of North Dakota. Yeah. It's probably the plan. It was so weird, man. There was cocaine everywhere. I did a line so long, there was a roller coaster at the end of it. That's a lot. 85, just driving around fucking nowhere, man. It was cool. It was cool. It was weird. The roadkill situation at 85 miles, like it's totally different. Like you don't even see the corpses on the side of the road. Like you don't see, just the highway changes color for a second and you feel bad. It's just gross. It's not like you're in the Midwest. Holy shit, you guys are savages. You guys don't give a fuck about, you guys will run over a family of ducks and not turn around. You guys are brutal. You guys can fly and swim. Stay the fuck off the highway. Heartless. Brutal Hoosiers. That's crazy. It was cool driving around North Dakota. It was all right, man. I forget how creepy it is sometimes, being on the road, driving around. Like, I forget, you know? Like, I take things for granted because like I'm a big guy and whatever, but like sometimes they put me in some fucking creepy hotel. I had to stay in one hotel that was so creepy, the Wi-Fi password was just Candyman 3 times. It's not all right. North Dakota was cool. Then I got to drive back. I didn't have to go through Chicago, which is, I fucking hate driving through Chicago. That's the worst, right? Like driving through Chicago sucks, but at least it costs $12. You know, like I hate Polish New York. I hate it so much. Yeah, it's Polish New York. That's what I called it because that's what it is. I hate Chicago. Before Chicago, I was in Wisconsin on the way through. I was doing a little show I was doing a little show in Wisconsin. I was in a Tomahawk, Wisconsin, and I saw the Tomahawk Police Department. They all used guns. I was bummed too. That's what we're doing. We're doing fucking puns. We're having a good time. There's 35 people, and I'm pretty high, so we're having a good time. But I didn't go through Chicago. I didn't. I got lucky. I booked some weird shit in the UP of Michigan. I went into the Upper Peninsula. Anybody here ever been to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan? That's a fucking weird place, right? Like, that's so weird. I saw a cop on a riding lawnmower. That's fucking weird. That's a misleading name. They shouldn't call it they ought to call it like Super North Kentucky. It's so weird. I enjoyed it, but it was fucking nuts, man. I liked it. It was. Hey, I've got a question. Yeah, no, we're in the same spot. You guys watch the same commercials that I do. I was just making fun of Kentucky, and I've got a lot of family. I've got a huge family. Anybody else like great big family? No. No? I would have been wrong. I thought you guys were all one litter. I come from an enormous family, like so many. Like when people know how many cousins they have, I'm like, that's adorable. I have no idea how. To give you guys some idea of how big my family is, and this is 100% true, a couple of years ago, but in the same year, I had 2 Uncle Larrys die, which is sad, sure, but here's the thing. I still have 2 more Uncle Larrys. That's a big fucking family when you can lose 2 Uncle Larrys, still have your favorite Uncle Larry, and a backup Larry.
Is this who's your mother, who's your father?
No, they're all just, it's mostly one of my mom has a whole bunch of sisters, and they fucking, when they found a stencil that worked, they fucking stuck with it. I come from I'm the youngest of 6 kids in my immediate family. That's a big family by itself. Youngest of 6, man. People always are like, oh, you were the baby, so you had it easy. Oh, you were but people fucking forget how lazy parents of 6 are. Like by the time they got to their 6th kid, they were like, your name's DJ. One of the other ones will show you where the kitchen is. My real name's DJ. How fucking lazy is... My real name is just DJ. It's just the 2 letters. That's like... I'll show you my license later if you're laying out lines. But that is my real name. Like, that's true. Like, but 6 kids. By that time, my folks just couldn't afford to buy a vowel. It is though, yeah, youngest of 6. It means I have an old dad. Like, that's kind of a weird, like my dad's still alive, but he's been old my whole life. Like my dad's 84 years old. Like that's an old, people are like, oh, you're only as old as you feel, but he's fucking, no, when you're 84, you're 84. You know? So old, I love him, but God, he's so old. He gets around great. My dad, 80, he just had his 4th full knee replacement. 4th. Full knee replacement, which isn't that big of a deal. He's a centaur, but still. That was a mythology joke for the indoor recess kids. Thought it might be a bigger group, all right? I'm not gonna lie, you guys looked a little more bookish than that. You guys looked smarter than you are, I guess. Okay. I like my old dad. I don't know. I think this is true. I don't know. I think people put like pressure on men in the wrong way. Like when it comes to like being a dad, I think guys, especially my age, are caught up in this mythos, this bullshit that like, my dad's a great man. My dad's a great man. Like they have this, but I think it's way more important to just be a good dad. You know what I mean? Like I think that's a more appropriate thing to, and I think you can be a really good dad without being okay, here's my example, right? Like my dad never hit me growing up, but he's fucking swung on me 3 times as an adult. Like my dad would never hit a little kid, but he'll be goddamned if a grown-up's gonna disagree with him in public about what type of music is or is not appropriate at a flea market, you know? And I still love him so much. Like he's a great dad, just kind of a shitty dude, you know? I love him. He's fun. He's fucking fun. I've got a question. I've got a question. I think about it because it's weird watching him get old because he didn't fucking plan on it, you know? Like, he's 84. He didn't plan on making it to 84. Just medicine got better faster than he could fuck up his body. Like, he's kind of bummed about it. I'm not going to lie. He didn't plan on it. He thought he was going to get to die awesome and, like, still own a sports car and shit. Like, he didn't know he was going to have to learn all of his daughter's middle names. He fucking hates it. You know? But, like, I watch him like in all the space movies, like all like the Star Trek, the Star Wars, how do all the old people know how to do shit? Does that make sense? Like all the old people, like my dad's 84. I saw him get stuck behind a self-checkout line at Walmart for 25 minutes. Just fucking baffled, just stymied. You want to tell me Jean-Luc Picard's old ass just fucking knows how to use a teleporter? Half of Star Trek should just be the old people on the spaceship talking over the intercom, trying to get the young people to come up and clear their history on the holodeck. Yeah. Like, I don't know what happened. I was trying to just look at old cars, and now the walls are covered in titties. Yoda's like 950 years old. I guarantee his lightsaber does the badass Darth Maul shit. He just hasn't fucking figured out all the buttons. I guarantee it. I like watching my dad get old. It's cool. I mean, my favorite thing about him. I want to know what got him so bad. I want to know what joke it was. I think it's the wall full of titties, if I had to guess. Like, my heart wants it to be the Yoda bit, but it's a wall full of titties. It's the wall full of titties. It's probably the best part. You guys are super fun. My dad, as old as he is and as cranky and like as much of a meathead as he is, I mean it. He's never let me like fall into that bullshit. So many guys my age think like the world used to be better, and he's never gotten me into that. And I think the world's getting better. I mean that. Like I love it. Like I think that's true. What's the one? I see the slogan. You guys probably have it. You guys probably have you probably got a purse or a jacket that. What's the one? The future is female. You've heard that, right? Yeah. Fuck yeah. The future is fuck yeah. I believe it. Yeah. I love it. I think yeah. The future is female. Fucking cold and demanding. That's right, lady. Yeah, I love you, but I've met you. Yeah. You guys might be better than the alternative, but that doesn't make you great. You know? I have 4 older sisters and a fucking pretty predictable flinch. I do think the world's getting nice, and I want it to. I mean, like, I wish I were a friendlier man. I mean that, like, fundamentally. Like, I wish I were nicer, but that's not who I am. It's not in my makeup. Like, I'm not that dude. I don't. The other day, I told a fat guy wearing camouflage that he was asking too much out of camouflage. I'm not friendly. I was never taught I used to think it was gay to have a favorite color. Like, it's like, I want to be nicer. I want to be forward thinking, but I'm not that good. I don't even know when I'm fucking up sometimes. Like the world is progressing faster than I can keep up, and I don't know when okay, like here's an example. Like, okay, I believe all redheaded women know how to shoot a bow and arrow. Is that racist? I don't know. I choose to believe all Siamese cats know a little bit of karate. I don't want to give that up. You know? I realized this recently. This is embarrassing. Right? Like I realized recently that I am too insecure in my masculinity. Right? I am too insecure as a dude to watch the movie Magic Mike by myself. Like, I can watch it. I've seen most of it, right? The sexy dudes dancing. Like, we could watch it right now, and I wouldn't care. Like, if that just came on Netflix while I was home alone, if that started on its own, I couldn't watch Magic Mike. But I would need a lady there just in case somebody had to kiss the gay off my boner. That's a ridiculous fear. That's a fucking stupid thing to say out loud. That's a dumb thing to think, let alone say in a room. But I should just be able to admit that Kevin Nash is a fucking beautiful man and I have a type. But I can't, or I won't. I don't know. It's like I want to be nicer. I mean it. Like I'm working on it, but I just suck at it. You're like, and I shouldn't be in charge. I get that, but I just get mad that fucking nobody is. You know? Like, I do. I mean that. I know I shouldn't be in charge because like my immediate reaction to everything is outrage or anger, and that's a dumb way to live. You know? Like recently, it was a couple of months ago. I was driving around Indianapolis, like on 465, and I saw a vanity plate, right? And I always think vanity plates are kind of dumb. And if anybody in here has one, I said what I said. And right, but I do. I always think they're kind of silly. But the vanity plate, what it said was ELVS. And I was confused for a sec, right? I was curious. So I sped up and I looked at the lady driving, and now I'm like 100% sure she was just a huge Elvis fan, and the license plate said Elvis Lives. But for like 90 seconds there, I was so concerned about elf slaves. Things were gonna change and I was gonna change. Like I didn't know what needed change, but I was gonna be the fucking onus. Things were going down. Yes, I don't know. Like I want to be nicer, but it's hard. I'm always mad. I don't know. I think a lot of guys, all my peers, all like my friends that I grew up with, I love watching them bitch about participation trophies. Like guys that look like me are so fucking upset that kids don't care enough about soccer. That's such a weird fucking thing, you know? Like I don't know. I think it's weird. They're so outraged. And it's just wrong-headed, fundamentally. Like the things that we accept. Okay, like guys are all pissed off about the idea of participation trophies. But meanwhile, we have to have like 80 different weight classes in boxing so every size boy can feel the toughest. Isn't that a fucking weird thing that we do? He's the toughest 125-pound fight. What the fuck do I care? Does he have to fight a big dog? Why do I care? Why don't we do the opposite of that? Why don't we find out like who the fastest big fucking fat dude is? Wouldn't that be super fun? Wouldn't that be arguably more fun to watch? Like a bunch of 400-pounders running the hurdles? Fuck yes! Bunch of big fat 400-pound guys running the hurdles. I would gamble on that, and I don't have any money. It's all a bunch of NFL linemen and Samoans who are still fast as hell, even though they're super fucking fat. What are they doing? I'd watch it. That's not really the best joke to back up talking about how I'm trying to be nicer, but I don't know. I mean it. I look out there, right? Like I don't know. This is a pretty fun like mixed group. Not everybody's younger or older than I am, but I mean it. I was talking about the world's getting nicer, and I'm excited. Those of you that are younger than I am, and I'm 42. I just turned 42. It's been a fucking rough 42. You don't have to get judgy. Right? And it's weird. I turned 40 like during COVID, like during lockdown, and that's so fucking. It's weird. I realized recently that like I've reached the age where if I die, it's not sad. Oh, that's all right. No, if you just got on the internet tomorrow and you just read like 42-year-old white guy died, you'd be like fucking good. Sweet. Awesome. We have enough of them. Fuck yeah. Good. He wouldn't be wrong. No, did he have kids? No, good. I'm glad he was lonely. Awesome. That's not true. I'm super stoked. Don't worry about the not having kids. Yeah, no, like, but it is. It's weird. Like, those of you that are younger, I mean this, I want you to forgive, like, my generation, the folks older, just a little bit. Because I don't think it's our fault. We're so fucking dumb, right? Like, I mean this. Like, okay, when I was a kid, my generation was raised by television, right? Those of us that were lucky enough to have two parents, they were probably working, right? So, like, my generation, we were raised by TV. And when I was a kid, cartoons were exclusively about kicking asses. Like that's all, like the Thundercats never used their words. There's no reason to believe every Ninja Turtle could read. Like, think about that. Captain Planet tried to beat up pollution. Hey kids, global warming's real. You better hit the gym and buy a gun, you little coward, you little fat pussy. It's not our fucking fault we're dumb. You know? So I don't know, so I'm trying to be nicer, but I'm not good at it. You guys are super fucking fun. I was talking about my girlfriend, how she's out of my league hot. God, she's so cute. This is true. This is a funny Dorothy thing, right? Like, oh, she's so pretty. And I mean, like that's not important, but yeah, it is. And this is true. I think it's fun. She has like a little crooked eye, like just like one of her eyes is a little crossed, like not over. And here's her glasses straighten it up immediately. And even her contacts fix it. So like I never know, the only time I ever notice her crooked eye is if I'm having sex in the morning. Does that make sense? Like that's the only time I ever see it. And I'm kind of an idiot. So frequently I'll sit there and I will think I am just fucking crushing it. Like I'm like, yeah, look at what I'm doing. And then I'll finish up and that eye's still crossed and I'm like, that's some stolen valor bullshit. I just lied right in front of God and I should go mow the lawn or some shit. Fucking remind her why she keeps me around. It was fun driving around and telling jokes and stuff. It was cool. This is real nice. I don't have to go real far. It is. It's nice, man, not having to go real far. When I was out in North Dakota, I was telling jokes at a weird I was doing jokes at a weird spot. Like that's I love telling jokes at weird locations. Clubs are always awesome, but I love telling jokes at like goofy venues. And I told jokes at a rodeo. And that's have any of you guys ever been to a rodeo? This is Noblesville. Like I know you're like, oh, we're whatever, but this is still indie. Like look around. Like I'm gonna say like 10% of this audience lost their virginity at a 4-H fair. Looking at you, flannel. I'm guessing. You're like, well, it was my virginity, but first time on third base. All right, that counts. I don't want to judge you. I grew up way out in the sticks, yeah. Rodeos are cool. They're super fucking fun. They were so fun. It was so much fun. Like, I had a blast. I'm not going to dump on it. It was so cool. And I didn't know what I was getting into. Like, it was my first time there. Nobody ever talks about that one. Everybody's just like, oh, this ain't my first fucking rodeo. I was like, no, this is my first fucking rodeo. Like, yeah. You guys should show me shit. I don't know what I'm in for. I got a lot of questions. This is objectively weird. Like, you guys are riding bulls and there's an airplane. It's nuts. It was so cool though. It was awesome. I loved it. This is true. My favorite thing that I learned in rodeo, and it's true, it's less true every year, but it is still true right now. Just because of the way it works. In rodeo, there is a rule that you have to either wear a helmet or a cowboy hat. That's the rule. You have to wear a helmet or a cowboy hat, which means you have to either be safe or look awesome. And that's enough for people have died because of that not long ago. Like people who are alive now have friends that died looking cool. Like that's their rule. Like that's remarkable, right? But I fucking love it. And even if you love it, we can all agree that bull riders should not be in charge of anything other than fucking riding a bull. Right? It's a shame though, because fucking every one of them that's real good gets elected mayor. It's so weird. So weird. I think about it though, because they're weird dudes, bull riders, because they're fucking beat up and little tough macho dudes, you know. It's awesome. I think about a scenario, maybe I'm out there next year or the year after that. It's my fucking third or fourth rodeo, We're hanging out at the bar. My bull rider buddy's giving me advice. He's like, hey DJ, I don't think you should be talking to that girl you're talking to. That girl you're talking to, she's kind of a slut. Yeah. I know, I fucking get it. That's why I'm talking to her. I know what I'm doing, Cutter. All right? I'm going to assume every bull rider's name is Cutter. But Cutter cares. Cutter's a good dude. You know, he's like, no, I don't think you do get DJ. You can't hang out. That girl there, she's like the village bicycle. Like, yeah, no, I fucking get it, Cutter. Still beats the hell out of walking. All right? I know what I'm doing. Cutter cares. He's like, hey, DJ, no, you get lucky tonight, though. You got to promise me you're going to be careful. You got to promise me. You get lucky tonight, you wear a condom. Yeah, you wrap it up. You wear a condom. Or a mohawk. Hells yeah. Hawk that shit up. Keep the AIDS away. I'm like, that's not going to work, Cutter. That's my scenario. That was my first rodeo. I love fairs and shit. You guys, yeah. This was good. Yeah, Indiana's big fair country. I just learned this. This is true. I loved it. I was at the fair. It's not far from here at all. The James Dean Festival. Right, in like Fairmont. Yeah, it was awesome. I had a blast. I just learned, and this is 100% true. In Fairmont, I just learned this, right? Birthplace of cool, where James Dean is from. Right, people to this day go to James Dean's grave and leave cigarettes as like a tribute to James Dean, the fucking father. And that's cool, like that's a neat thing. But what I just found out, what I just learned, is that to this day, middle school kids in Fairmont, Indiana, steal cigarettes off of James Dean's grave. Isn't that the best? There's like a cottage industry of 13-year-old kids stealing, like Fairmont, Indiana must have the coolest middle school boys in America. They're stealing James Dean's Ghosts cigarettes. Fucking badass. It's a miracle anybody gets out of Fairmont, Indiana not pregnant. Like not a lot do, but we know why. I thought it was awesome. I love telling jokes in cool spots. I told jokes at a marijuana rally, or a festival. It wasn't a rally. It's all legal where I was at. I was better than this. You guys are fine, but that was way better. It's weird, man. It's weird being in a place where, like, I don't know, weed laws are so terrible. I realized this recently, and this is embarrassing. I realized that, like, I have spent so much of my life pretending I'm not high that, like, I can no longer react to anything. Does that mean, like, if armed gunmen fucking stormed this room right now, I'd be like, oh, fuck. Those guys can totally tell I'm high. I mean, man, that weed rally was awesome, man. They paid me in a weed cake. Oh my God, and it was delicious. Yeah, it wasn't just good. It was like, it wasn't just potent. It was fucking tasty. Yeah, it was so good. I took it home and I split a piece with my girlfriend. Right, my girlfriend's like a little tiny in-shape chick. Right, like, well, that sounds like a lie, but I mean it. Right. I'm as surprised as anybody, you know? But no, like we split it, and like typically when you eat weed, your body metabolizes it differently, and often like bigger people need more. I just wasn't thinking, right? I'm resistant to it. So we split this weed cake, right? And I'm sitting there, and it's pretty solid. I'm sitting there like an hour later, and I'm like, ooh, I'm pretty high, right? Like, yeah. Like Adult Swim is making perfect fucking sense. I'm very high. So I lean over to tell her how high I am, but as I'm leaning over to tell her how high I am, she leans over to tell me that the soda pop is too loud. She then pees her pants a little and spends the rest of the night terrified that one of our neighbors is gonna call the cops on the soda pop. I was like, don't worry, it's not, we're gonna be fine. None of our neighbors are narcs. We don't live in that good of a neighborhood. Cool though, man. They had weed everything though. Like the weed cake was cool. Like they had weed you could drink. I had pot potables. You know that? Like I had marijuana coffee. I had weed coffee, which is fucking perfect for like when you need to not get shit done. in a hurry. Okay, DJ, what are you doing today? Fucking nothing. Aggressively, nothing. So cool. It wasn't the people that I expected to be there. Like when I went to the weed rally, like I thought it'd be all like, I don't know, I thought it'd look like a fucking 311 concert or some shit. Like, but it was everybody. It was everybody in the world. Like it was a whole bunch of like marijuana nanas, which like a whole bunch of pot grandmothers, which are the two nicest groups of humans. Everyone in the world should have a marijuana nana. They're the sweetest people you can imagine. You would never have a Hey there, baby. Don't fill up on blunts. Nana packed a big fat bong. It's so weird. Okay, Nana. It's so cool. They had weed everything. They had a bunch of like weed, like lotions and ointments and like poultices or like marijuana topicals, you know? And like normally I am not a fan of topical humor. Yeah. But I just tried that marijuana lotion and now my dick wants a sandwich. Because I used the lotion on my hand. Here's the thing, the joke's never gone the way I want it to. Ever. But the single line, now my dick wants a sandwich, it's the fucking funniest thing I'm ever gonna say. Like in my heart, one day, someone's going to walk into a show much like this and have no idea what they're walking into. And they're just going to hear the line, and now my dick wants a sandwich. And they're just gonna be like, I have no fucking clue, but I'm gonna stick around till this poet's done. I told jokes at Comic-Con last year. That was pretty fucking cool. You guys Comic-Con folk? Woo! I didn't expect that because you guys were so fucking mean about the nerd shit. So. Comic-Con was awesome too. It was a lot like rodeo, but it was fucking different vibe, but same kind of weird, you know? People way into shit, super friendly, having a good time, really good at being drunk in public. Yeah. Comic-Con was super cool. We dressed up. This will work. Even if you're not nerds, I think this will work. I guess. If not, fuck it. We dressed up, right? Because like the radio show that I write for, they put us in charge of their Instagram, which was so much fucking fun. Because people will do anything for like a little bit of exposure or nonsense. So we got so many fun, dorky pictures. We got 3 girls dressed up like 11 from Stranger Things to sing a song by the band 311. It was so fucking meta. Every person at the convention got a nosebleed. It was awesome. But we dressed up the last day because we were there all week. There were like 7 of us. And we did like a mashup idea, right? Like we took like 2 ideas and sandwiched them together. So we dressed up, all 7 of us, and we went as the Westeros Baptist Church. Like Westeros, like Game of Thrones, but like the Westboro Baptist, like those assholes that protest funerals and shit. Yeah, so we just made like a bunch of like mean-spirited protest signs that just said shit like, keep the White Walkers white, or God hates stags. Just anything hateful and stupid for put pants on your robots, or Dumbledore deserved it. Just picking fucking fights. Oh God, if we saw people dating outside of their universe, we just lost our shit on them. Like if we saw like a Superman dating a Star Wars girl, we'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, sinner? You need to stick to your own kind, get your life right. That's what you need to read them good books. The Lord made Lois and Clark, not Lois and Stark. That's in there. I was fucking super wrong about you guys liking that shit. Yeah. I said, no, you guys are gonna like the nerd shit. And you're like, no, we're not. You guys are super fun. Thanks for coming out, man. Is there anything that you guys are like, no, we came here, we fucking came here for one type of jokes. And if I don't hear more about possums, fuck them. He's talking about not being a very macho guy. earlier. I'm not. I don't know. This is true. I'll level with you. Yeah. As a man, I mean, I want to fight an octopus. Yeah. I fucking said it and I meant it. I want to fight an octopus, just me and him. Just one-on-one. As a dude, I want to test myself. I do. One-on-one. Hand-to-hand to hand-to-hand-to-hand combat. I'm having a good time. I wrote a little scary movie that's on Amazon Prime. It's not any good, but I wrote it, and that's kind of cool. I love horror movies. Do you love horror movies? I fucking love them. I watch a lot of them. I think they're real cool. I like the new Predator movie. Did you see that one, Prey? It was like Indians versus Predator. I thought that was fucking badass. Anybody watch that? No, just me? All right. Nobody else has Hulu money? All right, Nobles. I found this out. This is fun. This is just a dorky thing I found out. Right? The movie Prey was awesome. I thought it was super cool. But I found this out. They lost a ton of money. Right? A ton of money. And this is why, right? They were marketing toys, which is awesome, which you do, and nobody realized that it was a terrible idea to try to sell a toy called Child Predator Hands. That's a thing that really happened. Isn't that fucking nuts? It was just one sequined glove. That's all it was. That's the only part of that joke I had to write. That's it. Even if you don't think it's funny, that's fucking efficient. That's good. We're gonna head home tonight. I was talking about animals and shit. I don't know. I've got cats. Those are my pets. Anybody else? You guys have pets? Yeah. I love my cats. I think they're so fucking cool. Every now and then guys will like kind of blow me shit about having cats. I think that happens less. But it used to be like, oh, your cats are sissy. I think my cats are fucking macho. Yeah. Like my cats are killers. My cats are killing machines. They kill everything, like all of it. Like they just like one of them caught a bat, killed a bat. The other one killed a snake. That's fucking one time, I'm pretty sure I saw the two of them fucking up a leprechaun. I love watching them kill shit. I mean it. I think it's so cool. I mean, it's gross, but I love it. Like, it's so it's horrible and adorable. Like, it's like finding out that one of the Muppets hits their kids. You're like, this is fucked up. This is not okay. I'm gonna watch until he's done, but why is he so mad? I love watching him kill shit. My girlfriend hates it. Like, she's like, DJ, those cats are too aggressive. You should take them to the vet, get them fixed. They're too aggressive. But I think it's awesome. I took them to the vet. I had them put extra balls and claws on the little fuckers. I was like, I'll fix these killing machines. I'll rig them up. Let's top this bitch out. Like, I'm gonna give one of them a teardrop tattoo. Let them know she's the mean one. I love watching them kill shit. I do. I fucking love it. It's the background on my phone right now is a picture of my cat eating a rabbit. Yeah, the background, it's a picture of my cat. Unless you guys love rabbits. No, then it's a picture of my cat rescuing half a rabbit. Get out of here, little buddy. I'll carry you to safety. It's a terrible neighborhood for half a rabbit. I'm gonna check my notebook because I've already filled my time and I don't really fucking care if you guys get yours. It's like I'm good. If I just walk off mid-joke, it's because I'm finished. This is true. I talked about having a huge family, and this is totally true. I found out recently that one of my cousins is a furry. Right? Like, you guys know what that is? Like, he's a guy that has like a big, like an animal. And like, here's the thing. Like, before you ask, I don't know, but God, I hope it's a sex thing. Because if it's not a sex thing, that's so fucking weird. Right? Like, he spent like $8,000 on that fucking fox suit, and he lives in a shitty, like, if he's not trying to fuck in that suit, I don't understand his life. Like if it's a sex thing, that's way less creepy than him just being like, no, I'm just way into doll eyes. Talk about getting old. I hate getting old. I hate it. I'm not good at it. I'm scared about it. I don't know. The other night, I farted so long, I fell asleep in the middle of it. It's weird, right? When I woke up, I asked my girlfriend how it ended, and she was like, not good. It was like better than Lost, but worse than Game of Thrones. And I was going, that's pretty bad. Grew up crazy religious. Anybody else grow up real religious? Like kind of too much? No? You guys grew up, we were like, nope, we were secular, single kids. I grew up way religious. I grew up with abstinence-only education. I was taught abstinence-only education. That's no shit. Like, I was raised to believe sex was exclusively for procreation or to teach that boy a lesson. Nope, nobody else was raised Baptist? No? All right. I'm not gonna lie to you, I got kind of mad at you for not liking the nerd shit as much as I should. Having a good time. I talked about being I'm so from Indiana. I mean, like, I'm so fucking from here. Like, I get mad, like, a lot of times, like, because I try, I don't know, my politics don't line up exactly or whatever, and people are like, you know, fucking, if you don't love it, you can, but I'm so fucking from here. Like, I was conceived on the bottom of a Black Friday pile. I belong here. All I have here, this isn't really a joke, it just says, to Pikachu is a Pokemon that doesn't evolve into anything because it grew up in Kansas and doesn't believe in that shit. That's to Pikachu. Thanks. I'm a sucker for sexy advertising. Hard. Anybody else? I'm such a fucking sucker for sexy I'll buy a car if you put a side boob in it. I love sexy. The side boob, I think the side boob's the fucking side. I just learned this. The side boob actually named after Civil War General Nathaniel Boobside. That's a true thing. He wore his jackets that way for fashion. I don't know why I thought my notebook would help. It's just a picture of a monkey fighting a squid. I don't know why I thought that would help. You guys are super fun. I mean it. You guys are fucking super fun. Thank you guys for supporting live comedy. You guys keeping the art form alive. Fun. Talking about driving around, trying to be a nicer person, and I struggle. I do. A lady recently fucked with me heckling, and that got with me. Like it really bugged me because it was accurate. Like she nailed me. Like she caught that like I'm fidgety. Like I'm an anxious dude, and she made fun of me for being fidgety on stage. I'm an anxious guy. Like I have a hard time sitting still or whatever. If anybody wants to talk after the show, don't. And but I am, like I'm fidgety, but it's exaggerated. You notice it because like I've got like long arms and like big hands. Like I've got silly big mitt. In fact, when I was in college, I tried to learn sign language, but deaf folks always thought I was yelling at them. They were like, shh, bring it down. It made sense that the lady would point it out. It made perfect sense. Right? Because like after the show, as she was walking out, she wasn't mad. She was having a good time. But as she was walking out, she was like, hey, that was a good set. And I realized something was screwy. Something was wrong with her hand. Right? So me, being the sensitive dude that I am, I was like, what the fuck's wrong with your hand? Why is your hand wrong? Right? But she was aces. Like, she knew what was up. She was much cooler than I was. She was like, oh, I lost a finger. And I fucking felt like an asshole. I was like, oh, fuck. Shit. She lost a... Well, where's the last place you remember having it? That's all I could do. I tried to be, but it must have worked because later on that night, she gave me most of a hand job. So, yeah, that's 80%. That's a B. All right, thank you guys so much. Have a great night, Noblesville. Thank you guys so much.